All right, three, two, one. Hello, hello. Yeah, a little later than expected, but we are doing a quick change up to the schedule. So for now on, given people's schedules and human behavior of needing to sleep, and also the limited energy that humans carry, we are deciding that we are going to go ahead and move Sea to Stars release to Wednesdays. So this gives enough time to record, edit, and also, somehow, some way, a lot of things seem to drop on Mondays. Don't know why, but you know what? It works out because of the delay, we can actually fit in some extra little bits of news, and we don't have Cake. Fortunately, he may have been eaten or lost. So we still have Ghost though. Say hello.
Woo! That's all you need. Just me. It's okay. Nobody else.
Gotcha. What'd you do to him?
I played fifth.
Alrighty then. So we're gonna go on to our main topics. So what we have now is World of Warships. They just dropped their update 12.11 earlier last week, and they've begun their holiday event. So that we'll take a look at that. And we weren't gonna talk about Star Citizen's holiday event because we didn't know when it was coming out. But hey, it came out. It actually came out this week, and it's a perfect time to compare and contrast the two companies doing their holiday season and what little goodies we're getting with both and how we're doing it. And then after that, we'll do some little quick picks. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of the little trending news that are happening out there in the media. All right, so let's actually start with the C part, World of Warships. So update 12.11, it brought in some interesting things. The main topic, of course, is the holiday event stuff. The dreaded Kitakami is now in the game, or at least coming soon, during this recording. We've also got the return of the Santa Village, which is pretty much the same as last year. So not much changes there. New cutscenes, new people, new actors and all that. And the Snowflake event has changed. So, and they added a lot of little like daily bits to keep players logging in, playing a little bit, little by little daily. We have the Santa containers, which is, I guess, their big moneymaker. From what I understand, they did take out a few ships though. Am I correct, Ghost?
Oh, they took out a lot of ships, but they only took out the ships that you can purchase in any other way.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so if anyone's still trying to get Enterprise, Musashi, and all that fun jazz, you still have that chance. For now.
Yup.
Oh boy. Is Smolensk still in there too? I did not remember.
I don't think so. I think they got rid of that. Or maybe it's still in there? You just have to be lucky, I guess.
Okay, got it. So yeah, it used to be back in the day, if you had tier 10 ships, you can get these super containers. But now they've changed up that as well, and we'll definitely go over it. So your daily logins, basically a lot of interesting little goodies. They've made it to premium time. They've added Santa Gifts containers, super containers. So yeah, every 8 days is a super container. So go and grab those and snag them. There's also some changes in coal and all that fun jazz in there as well. So, and a few dubs here and there. So yeah, log in daily, if not to play, just to collect. Next, of course, they also have the Snowflake event. The rewards have changed completely. Tier 5, 6, and 7, it's still coal. Tier 8, Tier 9, it's steel. From what I understand, though, the amounts you get have changed in those. So, Tier 7, you get 800. Tier 6, you get 750. And Tier 5, you get 700. So, not a bad on that, actually. For steel, though, is it nerfed from last year? Because it's 80 for Tier 9 and 70 from Tier 8. But I could have sworn they're higher last year.
I think they were higher.
Yeah. Um, and tier 10s now do not give super containers. So that's the bummer. You actually get these festive certificates that you trade in for Santa Mega Gift containers. Any extra festive certificates that you have lying around, you can either use them for in-game credits, 375,000 of it, or single Santa gift containers, just the lowest one. And then if you have a super ship, it's 200 steel. So yeah, there's that. So
I
they
think that's why.
yeah, they and the Santa containers are pretty much the same. No controversial shortlist from what I understand. So no more Makarovs. Well, you can still get a Makarov, but let's hope not. Alrighty then, moving on though. Next, um, they also have this sort of like new like holiday battle pass as well as the dockyard. The dockyard is for Michelangelo, that weird Italian secondaries brawler.
Abomination.
I was gonna be a little. Oh, give it a
I'll say it.
chance.
I'll say it to its face. It's an abomination.
Oof. All right, tell me what's wrong with the Michelangelo.
Well, the main turrets are in the middle. You have a very limited angle of firing. All the secondaries are, or the big gun secondaries act as if it's the main batteries. I think it's SAB. If not, then that's just really bad because you need the pen damage
Mm-hmm.
and the penetration. It's got the curse of all the other Italian ships. It's got low shooting range, low AA range. I was in my Hindenburg and I was able to burn it down without even being touched by it. It's just that bad of a ship for defense. Now offense, obviously I don't have it, but I assume you're just gonna have a lot of problems doing it. You gotta be very precise in what you're doing.
Yeah, it. I'm looking at it now. It's eight 320 millimeter main battery guns with very limited fire angles due to the turrets being in the middle part of the ship. But it does, yeah, you are correct. It is sap shell secondaries. And it does have two triple tube torpedo launchers with extremely wide range angles. I have seen their angles. And they're very fast and do damage, but again, as you said before, very short range. So it's more of a surprise slash defensive torpedo. Now, the things they're trying to sell it to sort of compensate for its lack of range is its large HP pool. They say decent armor, but anyone who knows how to fight Italian ships and hulls will know how to get around it. Burn it. It does have hydroacoustics and exhaust smoke, so DDs and like light armored ships are probably going to be its main targets. Battleships, I wouldn't get too close. Well, actually, yes, get close. But find a way to get close. That's the problem. Yeah. So yeah, if you want a very unique way to play, the Michelangelo is also in the dockyard. Now, for the holiday like logins, battle pass, there is some good offerings in there. So on the free track, only on I think the 10th level. Yeah, I think on the 10th level, you do get a free premium tier 7 alternative Scharnhorst. I think this one's a little bit more concentrated on secondary, and the main battery is nerfed, right?
Yeah, it's slightly nerf. It's got a few second reload nerf, but the accuracy is all the same.
Gotcha. And then you do get festive certificates if you get past the entire thing. So more chances to get Santa containers and a chance of premium ships. I did not have that luck this time around. I used up all my festive certificates I could get from my tier 10s. Got nothing. And then we had Stored 43, which is in the premium track. So yeah, if you are a regular player and you want to get a tier 7 destroyer, and I'm actually not familiar with Stored actually. You have any thoughts on that one?
From what it looks like, it seems to be like another European tour boat. Good range. It's at 10, which is really good for its tier. Speed is 76 knots. Reload is 90 seconds. So yeah, you can definitely make this into a torque boat. Their detectability is low, so people have less time to know what's going on. Yeah, the launchers are mainly facing, or like the angles are more forward facing, so it's a definite let me get in your face and hit you with these torps kind of ship.
Yeah. Now, for some historic context, actually, the Stored and the Scharnhorst were in battle with each other. The Stored did contribute to the Battle of North Cape to help sink the Scharnhorst. So,
Bastard.
yeah. So there's a reason why those two are there together on there. So, and there are free commanders here and there too. So you do get a unique voiceover commander in the free track, and you do get 2 premium commanders. Sorry, not premium. Sorry, specialized commanders in the premium track. One's, I believe, British, and the other one is German. All right, moving on though. And then we also have the release of the Japanese new battle cruiser line. I have played them. Actually, I feel them. They are snipers, and yes, they don't have armor, but their guns can hurt. They're fairly accurate too. I have had a lot of fun with the Yumihara so far. I have not played the Bungo. No feedback on that. Their one main feature, of course, is their high precision spotter planes, which gives them accuracy when you activate them. So that's what makes them a little different. So if you are a more passive player and you want to have the ability to relocate discreetly, firing range as well, I'd say this is a perfect playstyle. Any thoughts on you?
Yeah, definitely what you said. Weird, but it's best to play these ships that are more along the same tiers, if not higher, just because of the caliber of the guns. Especially the Yumihari. If you're the top tier, you're gonna be doing a lot of overpens, unless you can like somehow get those citadels. So yeah, it's just best to go at least tier 7 and then 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, Yumihara are 410 millimeter, so big guns. Yeah. Yeah, they have decent concealment, and yeah, they do have a very small HP pool. There is no armor. I felt damage as soon as I was spotted, and Japanese AA. There is no AA. Yeah. All right. And also for those who hate this or like it, they are removing airship escort from random battles. Personally, I didn't have any sort of I didn't have any really feelings for that play mode. It was fun, but honestly, I did not like playing it back to back sometimes. Yeah. But it will be back though in 2024 as a standalone temporary battle type from what I was told. Next, asymmetric battles. Honestly, a lot of fun. Just a lot of beating up smaller ships or having a little bit of challenge to take on like higher tier ships as a small tier ship. So, and I think me and you, we had a lot of fun in those, and we were we were bot bashing. I believe.
Definitely. So it's weird. It's a player versus bot game mode, and yet that is somehow much better than any other random game mode that they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I honestly, I had a lot of fun. It just was relaxing. We could, there was enough ships to like give us a bit of a challenge to push us, and then of course um, but it felt good. Honestly, it just felt good. I really cannot say much. And then the last thing that also came out, aside from the Kitakami, that's coming out this week is, I believe it's this week anyway, is the Tier 10 Ruggiero de Loria has entered the armory for 31,000 steel. It is a Tier 10 Italian, another one, jeez, Tier 10 Italian battleship, and it is a battle cruiser with 457 millimeter guns with really good speed.
35, yeah.
35. Okay. Yep. And they fire SAP and AP. Yep. It will hurt. From what I'm actually reading here, it looks like it does have a high precision citadel, so, and a small HP pool, so, and low maneuverability, so you're banking on the high speed. So
Yeah, you're definitely banking on the high speed. You're also banking on your main shells from a distance.
hmm.
I definitely treat it like a Slava in a way. It just like you said, it's got that high position citadel, so you're gonna want to make sure you don't show too much side, or else you'll get slapped hard. But because you have those guns, you want to make sure that you get rid of any threat that could come your way first.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once they get close enough to you, it becomes harder.
Oh, for
However,
sure.
yeah. All right. And I think that's all the major highlights for World of Warships. So, yep, just make sure you log in every day to get those free goodies. It's free super containers, free Santa containers, and free dubs. And yeah, and play a few rounds here and there. They did speed up the grind though, for the Festus certificates, but for a lot of people who has a lot of ships, it can be a bit of a drag. So we do recommend play them in asymmetric battles. Remember to play them in try playing them in asymmetric battles as well as like playing against bots as well. It just speeds up the process. Just quickly beat up the bots and move on to the next ship. Because as long as you win, I believe you do, and you get high enough EXP, you do get to claim rewards from more ships. So usually average every time you win, you usually get to unlock at least 2 more ship certificates, so you don't have to play every ship. So just pick the ships you don't want to play, don't feel like playing, just claim them and move on. Yeah, it can be a bit of a drag, but at least it's free stuff. All right, let's go ahead and cut away to our Star Citizen, another ship game, except in space. All right, now, at first we were going to talk about 3.22, which is actually also coming this week. At the time of recording, they just released the Santok-yai and the X1 hover bikes to the PTU. So, the X1 hover bikes are basically Origins luxury hover bikes. They look pretty good. The meme is they do look like Star Trek phasers turned into turned into hover bikes. um, there's a racing variant, a combat variant, and a I think exploration variant. The exploration variant and the combat variant both have mounted gun hardpoints up front, so you can use them for combat and speeding. Now, one little caveat: they did just remove shields from majority of the bikes. Honestly, I didn't realize they had shields. Did you, Ghost?
I did not. I did not think it would even power one.
Yeah, apparently they had size 0, and they're tiny. So, yeah, those are gone.
Size
Uh,
0 might as well be non-existent then.
Actually, a lot of the tanks have size 0 shields too. I guess they're just a stand-in for, what shields would be for ground vehicles for now. Now, the Santok-yai is a Shion ship. It is the medium fighter with 4 gimbal size 3 guns. People have been playing around with it. It is got a mean VTOL like speed. I believe 21 Gs in space, so it goes up fast if you put into VTOL mode. And only about 17 Gs, I believe, going forward. So it definitely is a fun medium ship. It looks great too, and it is a work of art on the inside. You can probably see above, below, all the content of the Santok-yai, and they've been showing it off all year. And honestly, I'm glad it's finally coming out. Next, 322 is also bringing in some of the nice updates that we've been waiting for. So, first things first is structural salvage. That is a gameplay that a lot of people have been waiting for. Originally, it was called munching, but it does come with its a little set of controversy here. So originally, when it was called munching, it was based off the Reclaimer's claw was supposed to go in and physically tear these ships apart and feed it into the processor inside the Reclaimer after it was done hull scraping. But due to limitations of the engine, and from what they said during their Star Citizen Inside Star Citizen video, salvage operations, link down below for the full details, is that they went ahead and for now turned it into basically a microwave antenna that broke up the ships, and then it just started like eating them and processing and turning it into material. It is definitely a disappointment. A lot of people bought the Reclaimer thinking the claw was going to physically tear apart ships. That might change in the future, but given the limitations of the game engine right now, they had to work with what they got. Um, what do you think so far, Ghost?
I mean, like you said, it's the limitation of the engine right now, so we can't be too upset. And if they say they'll make it to where it actually munches onto them, then that'd be cool. So the what they did in its place, I think it's fair to have. It's something that is a good replacement for the time being. It's not just there as a decorative little piece. So I understand why people are upset about it, but I think they should also be happy that it's got a cool temporary replacement for the time being.
Yeah, yeah, and now some actually like some nice little additions, and I love this for sure. And this is what fixes the Vulture. So a lot of these ships, and we started noticing this when they introduced the new Arasta mining ship, internal storage as a new component to gameplay. A lot of people are asking, what is internal storage? Like is this like extra storage inside the ship and then external storage is what's outside? But no, internal storage is now added to some of these ships, and it acts as a buffer storage. So when the Reclaimer and the Vulture, whenever they break things down and they start to digest all the material that they're getting, it goes to it goes through an internal storage system that is not physicalized. So then you can go ahead and go to the dispenser itself, and then just basically dispense them, physicalize them as cargo onto the cargo grid later, which honestly fixes the Vulture. It reduced the whole entire like thing of going up, leaving your because right now the Vulture, you have to, once you scrape and you reach 2 SCU of cargo, you have to get out of your seat, run to the back, clear the way, and then go back up, which really killed the thing, killed the mood and the flow. What this allows them to do is when they ingest ships, it goes into this buffer stone, and you just need to run back once or twice to clear and to basically dump all the SCU. So right now they rebalanced it. The reclaimer storage, internal storage, is 240 SCU. From what people said, this is the exact amount to take a massive piece of the 890 jump. And the Vulture is up to 13 SCU, which is basically its entire cargo grid plus the salvage station dispenser as well. So it is the perfect way of just reducing, having to travel back and forth, and it speeds things up. It is an amazing little piece of quality of life, and they will be doing that. Looks like with the new mining ships, and also I think once refining comes into play, refining mining material will just pull from that internal storage and refine it and put it onto the actual cargo grid. Any thoughts on this one?
I just like how it's a little bit easier. The retrieval people inside the ships,
Mm-hmm.
less hassle for them, and it just gives you a smoother operation, for not only just the retrieval people, but for the collecting people on the collecting the ships and other bits. It's
Yep.
just one smooth operation. There's nothing to, all right, we got to wait for this person to collect it or, retrieve everything and then put it in place and then wait for them to be ready and then resume operation. No, it's just one smooth operation. So I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, the one downside, of course, is that because the reclaimer, the way it is right now, with the claw, it is in the co-pilot seat, so the co-pilot only has one job: press button to activate the claw, press button to break it up, press button to disintegrate. That's it. There is no skill. They did say that they're gonna be adding more, like, they did say they are adding more, like, things to put a little bit of skill into it, such as the angle that you are hitting the material to disintegrate to help lessen the diminishing return on the material. The one thing they did add, though, to the Vulture is that it is key bound if you do have joysticks. They can also keybind the tractor beam and a couple of the other material onto different arms, so you can do a little bit of multitasking. So the Vulture right now, I think, is going to be in a perfect position for this next for your salvaging operations, especially those who are just getting into it. It's great. Next, they also added openable cargo containers. This is actually something we've been asking for a while. Basically, these are cargo containers you can put on the grid. You can access them and just throw stuff in there: guns, armor, weapons, you name it. What's the disappointing though is you cannot put ship components in there yet because you can't handle them, with hands. So I guess that's the main reason. But this gives a lot of utility to a lot of ships that don't have external storage. So you can now actually increase storage space on a lot of ships, and also sell from them. You can take them into bunkers. So looting has become so much easier. You just bring one of those containers with you to a bunker, just drag the bodies there, loot them, throw them in the throw them in the container, and then just take the whole container with you and leave the bodies in the bunker. And I have seen people just take them into those bunkers and just use them as makeshift cover. That's hilarious. Also, with FPS missions, they've also did a lot of adjustment to weapons. So the LH86 pistol, they reduced the damage on it, but it is now fully automatic. The R97 shotgun ammo count has been buffed to 18 shots per mag. The arc-like pistol now has a full rework. It is a burst pistol with an alternate fire for single fire. And the fire rate changes to the Demico, the S71, and the P4AR have been reworked, and they increased their fire rate. And the Lumen 5 SMG is now burst, with the delay being decreased. They also changed up the force reactions as well. So basically, knockdowns should only occur where situations they should feel they should have occurred. I myself have not tried this in the PTU, so this should reduce the overall reduction in staggers and knockdowns. And from what they have said, they have fixed the AI. They should not be going into the walls and stairs as much. It is still technically happening, just not as much anymore. So hopefully we can finally, finish a bunker mission properly. Yeah, if I remember correctly, like you found a bunch of the AI just stuck in a spawn closet once.
I did, and
Yep.
and as soon as I found out, I was bleeding out.
Yeah, they were invisible.
Yeah, the entire area inside that place was invisible, so I don't know. I thought it was just archway, and then I realized that I wasn't moving at all, and just bam, just loaded or riddled with bullets. And then after that, I'm like, all right, it'll probably happen again, so I'll just open it and just spray and pray. So I was able to not get downed anymore.
Yep. Now, a couple of other things as well. They have increased the time to kill. So there's actually a few reasons for that. One is that it does give the chance of, the person getting shot at a little chance to fight back. It also gives a little bit more meaning to having status effects. So there is a point now to, use different medical devices and chemicals to counteract certain status effects such as bleeding, and also having different types of tiers of injuries as well. So that's nice. One thing that they did add though is, and they are adding, armor is now more expensive in all the shops. I'd say I'd rather just pay with lead, go to the bunker, and just get free armor there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Next, another thing they are adding into is over 15 new derelicts. Actually, no, not over. Just 15 new derelict settlements in to the verse. So Hurston and Microtech. There are new, and I have been seeing videos of them. They are highly detailed. They are really nice villages and settlements that are neutral. So you can go in there and kill them.
Woo!
And they do fight back, but given the state of the servers, let's just say the state of resistance is not going to be the most effective sometimes. Most of the time. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if anyone is familiar with the Pyro sediments, they are very similar to those, but it does breathe a nice bit of fresh air, no pun intended, when going out into the verse and just finding these settlements. There is one issue, and I hope they solve it before 3.22 drops later this week, is the FPS wall. When you're flying into these settlements, you sometimes just hit even worse, like a slideshow. Your FPS just becomes nothing. And some people have just actually been stuck and could not enter these settlements because either something of like the render engine or something is not giving to the client, like sending information to the client, and it's just causing them to just either crash, like physically crash their ship because they can't respond due to the frame rate drop, or just can't move at all. What people have been doing is just parking just outside of what they call the FPS wall and trekking in on foot or using ground vehicles to get there. So, hey, we found a reason to use ground vehicles, guys. Yeah, so, and some of this, and it's mostly duster outfits and other things as well. So some of these will be marked on the map. Others, you have to discover them for yourself. The best way to discover them is through delivery missions and cargo delivery. So yeah, feel free to find them. Just watch out. There are players who are there to just murder you on sight. So because these are not governed by regular security. Alrighty then. Other things, and let's talk about Luminalia, the holiday event of Star Citizen that just started yesterday. All right. Now, they do. So a couple of things here. What is Luminalia? So a little basic lore cliff note is that it is actually a celebration holiday celebrated annually by the Banu and the humans, usually starting December 22nd. And it's their version of Christmas where they get together, they light lamps, they basically they consider themselves all one cohabiting alliance with each other. They share, gifts, present like what they hunted, food and drink, and gathering of family, friends, and all that fun jazz. So it is very similar to our human version of Christmas. And what do you have to expect there? Well, special sales. It is Star Citizen. Now, it is only mainly just the starter packages. So these are all holiday exclusive packages. You get anywhere between 10% to I believe 30% off. Two special packages, everything from the Mustang and Aurora. You also get the Cutter, not get the Cutter, but there's also a Cutter package, an Avenger Titan package, and the Nomad package. And I think there's also a 100i package as well.
Yep.
I would recommend the Avenger Titan package because the Titan package is $56. Regular price of a Titan is $60. So you do save yourself $4 plus access to the game and a 2-year enhanced insurance. And the Titan is a solid choice for a starter. It is still a recommended ship I give to a lot of people. But if you don't want to spend $56, the Cutter is my second choice. It is a great little ship, has a lot of home comforts such as bathroom, which actually the Titan does not have. I'm sure they'll add it eventually. A blog out bed, gun racks for both a medium and a large piece of equipment, 4 SCU of cargo, and can actually fit some smaller vehicles in there if you try hard enough. Any of these your picks, Ghost?
Yeah, I did the same as you. I just picked the Venture Titan.
Yep, and that's actually what I kind of started with almost. But then I went to the 315p. Not giving that up ever. Yep. Next, make sure you log in daily. They are also doing the 12 Days of Giving, which is an advent calendar of free goodies. The first day, they gave out the Luminalia rewards, 2 Cutter skins. So that's a nice little bonus here. One is called Deck the Hull and the other one's called Icebreak. So Icebreak is a white and blue with a little bit of sheen on the blue. And the Deck the Hulls is a very Christmas tree colored thing. Sorry. A very Christmas tree color scheme. Day 2, which is today during recording, you get a sweater. You get a Pico sweater. A very cute sweater actually. And these will be added to your... Yep, you do get, and these are added straight to your account when you claim them, and they will be forever in your account. They are not temporary, so yep, just remember to pick them up, guys. It is nice little goodies. All right, next, also, so there are no Warbond CCUs this time around. We probably won't see any Warbond CCUs until the X1 bikes and the Santok-yai come out, which should be actually when 322 drops later this week, so keep an eye out for that. The upgrades they are offering are the beginner ships for those who want to upgrade to them. They do come with these festive paints that are unique to them. So if you are upgrading to the Origin 100i, which is a $50 ship, you do get the Deck the Hull version of that skin. So it's that Christmas tree color scheme. If you are upgrading to the Avenger Titan, and this is actually my personal favorite, and honestly, I actually will pick this one up, is the Icebreak version skin paint for the Avenger series. It is the white with blue. So I'm actually going to be picking up a CCU up to that, and that's a $60 ship. So I would recommend you pick up if you do want the skin, pick up a Cyclone which to Avenger Titan. And then if you do get a ship that is lower than the $55 mark, just upgrade to the Cyclone, and then Cyclone to the Avenger Titan. All right, and the last one is the Nomad. Nomad, you are getting the Deck the Hall paint for that ship as well. So Christmas tree colors again on that front. I personally am not a big fan of the Nomad. To those who are and want that nice, like, sort of festive looking colors, yeah, perfect. Any thoughts on you, Ghost?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the green paint skin. Like, I understand it's Christmas tree, cool, just not my favorite. I'd definitely go for the icebreaker. The white, the black, and the blue is my preferred color scheme. So what they did with this is just really nice to see.
Yeah, very minimalistic, very low frills, but pretty classy. Yeah, if anything, I would probably be picking up as many icebreaker skins as possible. So,
Sure.
yeah, like that white and blue. Like, I don't know why they don't do more of those. All right, let's move on. The referral bonus. Some people hate it. Some people are okay with it. So, normally referral bonuses happen from time to time. Referral bonus is usually is like a small little ship or vehicle, like the STV, the PTV, a snub ship or something. Something that's usually lower than $45 in value of a ship. But what makes them special is that they are LTI, lifetime insured ships, and a lot of times use them as upgrade CCU chain starters. The downside is that you cannot exchange them for store credit once you start building on top of them, because they are permanent giveaways. But this year it's different. I mean, not this year. This time, this referral bonus is different. They are giving out FPS gear and a exclusive skin to this bonus. All right. So the referral bonus for the referrals and the referrers and the referees are the following. You do get the white Avis armor set, which is the Tavaran like commando unit set. It looks awesome. It is a really cool piece of armor. Usually it does cost, I think, over $10, I think, for it. So it is a free piece of armor, really cool looking as well. And if people are still worried about losing them into the verse, they did answer the question about reclaiming lost pledges or hangar items, especially FPS stuff. There will be an update coming up soon, TM, to allow you to claim them back if you lost them. So in addition to the Avis armor, you do get a Crimson undersuit, a Quicksilver aerial backpack, the FS9 Stoneface LMG. Oh, I forgot to mention, the FS9 LMG has been nerfed. They reduced the ammo count to 75, so it's no longer 120. Also, you do get a really cool multi-tool and also some attachments. The LH86 Pathfinder pistol, the Sawtooth Bloodstone combat knife, and for the refers, you do get the Deck the Hall Drake Caterpillar paint, which is not too bad. And the friends, you get pretty much the same thing. The main difference is that the FS9 is a different color. Your undersuit is teal instead of crimson. And you don't get as many attachments for some odd reason. Oh, no, actually I take that back. You just get the regular multi-tool, and you get less attachments. You do get a different color of the knife, and you get the Aurora paint, the Ice Break, so the white and blue. So what are your thoughts this time? Do you think they should have given a ship out, or do you think this is a decent idea for now?
I think the latter.
Do you think they should have? Do you think this is a good idea, not the ships?
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason for that, or just your personal preference?
Just personal preference.
Yeah, it is a really cool looking armor. So I personally was hoping for a ship, but that's because I'm playing the CCU chain. So I was hoping for free um, a free LTI token, but that's just me. Alrighty then. And I think they might be catching on to the CCU chain stuff now. So we'll see. Alright, last but not least as well, there are some other things going on. Aside from the advent calendar, in-game, there is also the Luminalia grotto. So if you're a Microtech, I believe there's like a bonfire and a festivities thing there. And they are doing a competition as well for the holiday greeting card as well. So make sure you visit Spectrum or the Luminalia website to get all the details on on the rules and crafting your holiday greeting card. Yes, and in addition to that, they are doing subscription passes, so you can buy 3 months or 1 year passes to their subscription. They have made some changes though. It looks like the Imperator, you now get more ships. More ships you can try out per month, as well as be able to purchase. And also, I think the Centurion, which is the $10 one, not the $20 one. There was a change, I believe, that not change, I think both of them, is that the discounts only come every now and then. Basically, it's a one-time use coupon that comes like once a year versus a consistent, like, whatchamacallit, discount in the merch store, which is unfortunate. Like, I personally do like to purchase merch myself, so oh well. Then again, I don't purchase very often, so I'll just probably hold on to the coupon the entire time until I see something I want. Not many there are a lot of other changes, quality of life changes for update 3.22, so make sure you visit. Oh, one last thing I completely forgot. Mining adjustments have been also changed as well. So people who are mining with the prospector, they have basically updated the clusters and the mining materials you find in them. And people are saying it's relatively good change. People are making more money with the prospector now in the PTU. So hopefully that does port over to the persistent universe. And we'll go from there. And there's also, in multi-crew spawning in gameplay in Arena Commander as well. So far I've been having a lot of fun. Basically just bot bashing, and as well as squadron battle is just been added as well. So people can do group PvP now, from what I understand. So in a closed environment. So yeah, if you want to just jump straight to the action, honestly, Arena Commander is being fleshed out this entire year, and I think it's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to be playing Arena Commander now a lot more often because, I give it, as you can see, Cake is not with us. He is very busy, and even I sometimes don't have as much time. So playing Arena Commander, just jumping in, quick action, controlled action, and just having fun, just blasting away and not having to like travel. I think this is perfect for us to just quickly, play the game, get some, and then also this is a great place for devs to test feedback as well. Oh, and one last thing as well, make sure once 3.22 drops, guys, play Gun Rush. You do get a free in-game, like I think, Pico Flare, if you get to a top spot, I believe, in your team. That's it for Star Citizen news. So big stuff between World of Warships and Star Citizen, both of them running holiday events. Between the two companies though, like, which one do you feel more like inclined to do? So Star Citizen's holiday thing or World of Warships? If this was any other game, like I personally actually would enjoy probably the Star Citizen one over the World of Warships one, just because I honestly don't have that much time to grind. And from the Star Citizen one, I just need to log into the website, quickly grab it, and then play at my own pace to get like the in-game stuff as well. Whereas World of Warships, yeah, that's a lot of content, but it's also a lot of grinding.
Yeah, you gotta play a lot to get that content.
Yeah.
I definitely stick with Star Citizen. It's just a quick, easy and grab, and if you're just an avid, space enthusiast, it's right there. You don't need to do anything else. If you're
Hmm.
if you don't have that much time, but you just want to be in space, well, look, it's right there. You can just easily go to space and just enjoy, feeling like you're out in space.
Yep.
So it's definitely the best one to go after between the two.
And all those, if you have not signed up for Star Citizen yet and you are interested, and you do, and that referral bonus is something that you like the armor and stuff, feel free to use my referral code. It is on the screen to sign up. And if you do buy a starter pack, basically, and if you spend more $40 or more during this event, um, you do get those bonuses, I believe, at the end of the event. And of course, that also helps me along as well. So, yep. So no extra cost to you except for just buying access to the game. Alrighty then. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the quick picks. So this is the time that we will just spend usually about 5 to 10 minutes to, do some off-topic noticeable things that happened in the last 2 weeks. 1, the Game Awards. A lot of fun. A lot more ads, but that we'll definitely leave that conversation to another video. But no surprise there. Spoiler alert: Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Awards. Congrats to them. They definitely deserve it, and it's a very great studio as well. And so, any games that you are thinking of picking up that was shown, Ghost?
Yeah, I got 3 actually. I got Skull and Bones, Last Sentinel, and You Are the Chosen One.
Yep. And just a quick note, Skull and Bones closed beta, I believe, is entering testing soon. So go ahead and head up to Ubisoft's website to sign up there, or follow them on X/Twitter. Yep. For me, I'm definitely gonna try Mecha Break, just because I love Mecha. It's something I have to do. And also, the finals got released that day. So I am actually now playing the finals. You probably caught me streaming it this weekend for anyone who's interested, and I'll probably be playing more. And honestly, it gives me, if anyone remembers this old game, it reminds me of the S4 League, except it reminds me of It's pretty much S4 plus Fortnite. Yeah. So, and Battlefield. The destruction element of it is perfect. Love it. I've been having a lot of fun. And the last game is You Are the Chosen One. Freaking amazing presentation of a game. And I'll throw in another honorable mention in there too. Oh my god, I had a brain fart. Sorry, Ghost.
Sorry.
Why can't I think of it? I'm cutting this part out too. If I remember it, I'll get back to it. All right, next. Very disappointing news here. The day before, if anyone knows a little bit about me and Amelia, we played The Division, and the day before was showcased back in 2021, and it looked like a very high fidelity Division with zombies in a New York setting, like a survival PvE game. It checked a lot of boxes for a lot of people that love that sort of like tactical, like survival / survival horror. But what was released last week was not what we were expected. And I'll give you the cliff notes again. During development, it became very, very questionable, like why we were not hearing news, why was there very inconsistent updates of the development, and the question was with like there was also people who were like mods for the community that were saying like this game doesn't exist, this game is not what it is, and honestly, like that's when the doubts started really coming through. And what came out was, and I have to say this is not what we were expecting. And what people found out is that it was a lot of assets that were purchased from the Unreal store in a bundle of $300. They just, that's what they used to make the game. They sold it off as a $40 game. As of actually just, I believe, yesterday or today, not too sure actually, the studio closed down 4 days after it launched, citing financial ruin. And I believe the publisher is working with Steam right now, getting the refunds processed. Any thoughts on that, Ghost?
No, it's just sad to see, especially for the fans who, like you said, you and Amelia, that you guys were like looking forward to this, and only to have it shut down in 4 days. Like, that is just kind of like soul crushing, you know. Not just for the fans, but for the people that were behind the scenes, like that wanted it to work.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's just really sad. It's weird. We don't know sure, we have details, but we probably don't have all the details. So there's probably something that we don't know that's just mind blowing, and it's just like we may never know about it.
Yeah, we probably won't get the full details, but yeah, and it was kind of interesting. Like every division or in X division content creator was posting videos and content about this, and that's how I'm getting so much news about it, because I am still subscribed to those division content creators, and as well as former content creators. Like a lot of them were devastated and extremely angry as well. So yeah, it's bad. Um, and this is a lesson and also sets a precedent now going forward. Like, yeah, you can make a very beautiful game, beautiful, like I'm gonna put air quotes, looking game, in Unreal Engine. But yeah, we now have to watch out for those things because, and this will be the last thing too. What gave the day before a lot of like credibility was Nvidia themselves showcased the day before in their ray tracing demo like video. That's so yeah, a lot of misleading marketing as well as oopsies on that front. All right, and I think that's it for the quick picks actually. Yeah, and we'll go over topics such as the Game Awards in another video. We will definitely try to have Let's Go and Cake in a small video, and we will quickly go over our picks and highlights of that event. And that should do about it. So make sure, like, if you are a regular player of Star Citizen and World of Warships, comment below how you guys feel about the current holiday events, as well as like, are you guys buying any new ships from any of these events or the containers and all that, as well as feedback of what else you want me to cover as well in the Sea to Stars. Bye bye.
Yeah.